Hey guys, my name is Ryan, back again with another Spirit Island video. Today we are playing Ember Behemoth against Scotland 6. Now, I've chosen to give myself a little bit of an extra challenge. I think Behemoth is a little strong in general, and, we're going to be going against Scotland on board D, which is well known for causing a lot of trouble. And so we're going to see if we can overcome the odds. Though we did get the turn 1 Wetlands Explore. This is our best situation possible. Worst situation is when the second stage 1 card is a Wetlands. And that's the thing you got to play around, right? If this was anything besides a Wetlands, you don't want to do too much because you have to play a little bit tight to the chest, be prepared to handle the Wetlands. And then if you wind up getting something else, right, like let's say we were like jungles into sands or something like that, you had a weaker turn 1 because you were cautious about the Wetlands follow-up. And then when the Wetlands follow-up doesn't happen, now you're stuck holding the bag. What shall we do here? So the typical Surging Lahar opener is good for 5 damage. If we were to do it, we would, like in land number 2, we would wind up just, only killing 1 city. We're kind of in a tricky position trying to have like a perfectly efficient turn 1. We could go for like a double top into like Exaltation of Grasping Roots. You know? We don't have to necessarily play Surging Lahar on turn 1, right? If we play Exaltation, we could like make a Sacred Site here out in land number 6. We'll get 1 trigger of our innate, so that'll kill the town here in land number 3. Land number 1, we have 2 different ways of dealing with it fast, and then we can go from there, right? We can go like Surging Lahar plus Blazing Intimidation, or Surging Lahar plus Terrifying Rampage in order to create activity around the board, and I think that's the most sensible option for us. I'm going to do nothing. And we get the Sands follow-up. Okay. So we'll come here, deal 2 damage. Wilds in the 3 is perfectly fine, I think. And then we'll just come on over here, so next turn we can do some damage. Following up with the standard procedure. I do like Call to Guard here as a way of dealing with land number 1 in a pretty clean fashion. But the problem with Call to Guard is that it is... I mean, really, we have no choice for gaining on element. Nature's Connection is our only, like, on element card. So if we were to Terrifying Rampage, we could go, Dahan goes to here and here. Smash this. Reclaim Terrifying Rampage this. Bring our Incarna over here into land number 2. Or, I guess, whatever explores. Seems like the most sensible choice. Blazing Intimidation does give me +1 damage here, which, you know, certainly could be relevant. We really don't struggle to hit our elements, so I feel like Nature's Connection just doesn't matter. I'm heavily leaning towards this Call to Guard. I'm not excited about any of these, but I can see the most potential value going here. And so we're going to play... Hold on. Let's do this. If we add our presence here, we can Surging Lahar into this land and then add a Badlands to it, killing off the town. It's good to have that guaranteed value. I think I want a Blazing Intimidation instead of Terrifying Rampage, just because I want to make it harder. I mean, obviously, it's still going to explore as a town and build a city, but it's going to be that much harder to get a city. It gives me a little more opportunity for counterplay. And that was my discard, so that is here. Do I forget Exaltation? Um, Or do I take a Blight? I really just love the simple, smooth build that we get. We get the double grow, we get the triple actions, and everything is so buttery and smooth. But taking a Blight for no reason is pretty silly. Um, so we could transmute, and let's forget Exaltation. Terrifying Rampage is way too important for us, right? It's our only way of dealing with land number 2 in this early stage of the game. Okay, we got the mountains to follow up. Come on over here. And we can just Ravage skip this, so we can Surging Lahar right here. So that way next turn we'll be able to, even if we only hit the 2 damage, 2 damage plus a Badlands will kill Town Explorer. And we're going to go this way with the idea of being like kill a town, slide over, clear the land. So we need to play a Terrifying Rampage. We could Blazing the 8. But I think a Surging Lahar is fine too. Oh, actually, here's a fun one. We could call to guard. So if we Terrifying Rampage here, right, we don't have to target a land with invaders, which is wild, right? The fear should be tied to invaders being there, or like the target land should have invaders. But we can push these 2 Dahan in and then call to guard here, defend 5, clear the land, and now there's no adjacent buildings, so there's not going to be a Scotland 6 trigger. It's just going to create like piles of good things for us. Then we go Stomp Town, slide over, kill Town Explorer. Just everything works in our favor. Okay, yep, build step in an unknown terrain. Beast damage. Ooh. So we're getting just 2 damage here, but we can at least ping to damage a bunch of cities. Nice thing about this is now I can escalate into D2 again. I'm also strongly considering just killing 2 cities and then Blazing Intimidation to solve the 5. Probably just take a Blight here. I think that's probably going to be better, right? Take the opportunity. If it wasn't for that beast damage, I'd probably just, do the other play. But right here, it just seems way too good. I don't really want to go anywhere, so we'll just stay. And we don't need to go up to 3 card plays, so we could just go top. Reclaim, gain a card, then go bot. Okay. Oh, the +1 health, that actually sucks. Okay, we get 7 Dahan on 1 land, right? Very normal situation. And cool. Take a blight. Okay. Well, now the Surging Lahar. So previously, so Surging Lahar is going to be 2 +3 +3 +1 +1. So 4, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we could just do 2 uses here. That'll kill Town Explorer. And then we can slide and then use our Surging Lahar in a different land. Which makes sense to me. With this double disease, land number 2 is going to be pretty cozy for a minute. So I think what we'll do is this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slide our Incarna. And then Surging Lahar to get the Badlands. Now we have Coast as our next card, right? So we'll be able to come in, smash this with the Incarna. Because of the wilds here, we're going to have to add a town to the 2 and to the 1. So we'll smash, slide, smash. And then we can skip land 1. We're going to be in a really comfortable position. Ooh, Visions of a Fiery Doom is great in land number 7. We can just push the Explorer out, deny the build, save us a little bit of trouble. But Seer Anger is another exciting pick. Oh, we got rid of our card with Wilds. If we still had that card, then Seer Anger would be extra cute. But Visions is definitely a card that I want. Call to Guard is quite useful here in land number 7. It's actually I'm actually thinking I might push things into land number 7. This is my only plant card. Okay. So this is like my most elementally efficient thing. Actually, because I don't have another plant, hold on. That makes me really want to take Seer Anger. I think I'm fine on energy. I don't need Gift of Living Energy. So I think because of the lack of plant, Seer Anger is where I want to go. Which is good because I don't really have a use for Blazing Intimidation right now. Next turn we can like kick double town out. I guess that's the only sensible play. Ooh, the Beast and the Badlands. There we go. Get a free town kill. You love to see it. Okay. Pushing. So this Explorer doesn't really matter, right? Because it's going to Scotland 6 and it's going to build. So it's going to be a terrifying Rampage land anyways. Or just one that you ignore and just to take a blight. Here we can deny a build though. Which does mean that we have nothing to do with this Call to Guard. So since we know the next card is going to be Coastal, right, we can actually script out everything here. Now that we've seen the event and everything, there's no other tricks. So here, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have 7 HP, right? So we could just hit it twice with this. If we Surging Lahar, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could like Surging Lahar plus this, or we probably just Surging Lahar here, double innate here. bring my Incarna out this way. We have Terrifying Rampage to skip the 6, Blazing Intimidation to kick things from land number 7 over, and then Call to Guard, right? So there'll be 3 towns here in land number 7 with a Defend 7 on it. That's actually going to be immaculate. So therefore, we want this to be here. I believe we have excess damage here, so we might as well bring the Explorer in for the free kill. Boom. Here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then clear it. And then we get to move our Incarna. That's going to be 7. So what to do with the Seer Anger? Honestly, not too sure. We've already seen this and this, so we're looking at either sands or wetlands. Both sands and wetlands are going to be in a perfectly happy position. Because there's no cities adjacent to any coastal land, there's going to be no build here at all. This is my most threatening land just because it's really awkward positioning, so I don't want to have to hang around longer than I have to. Okay, Blazing, 1, 2. Call to Guard, Defend per Dahan, Terrifying Rampage, and this game is looking pretty nice. That will prevent... Oh, that's 14 damage, sorry. Yeah, more than enough damage, that's irrelevant. It kind of makes us 1 step slower here, but that's A-okay. No Coastal Dahan, and no Coastal anything. Okay, we do get the Wetlands follow-up. Oh, and we can only Scotland 6 here. Okay. So we definitely, we never go into this jungle here. We always go into the one of the 3. And I think I would like to just fast push, like with a Blazing Intimidation, out of the 3. So we're going to put 2 of them into land number 3, push them both out. We go kill town, slide, kill town. With this push, there's going to be no adjacent cities, so there'll be no builds here, and I can run my Incarna up this backside, run it down this way, and then life should be good for the home team. And this is going to be a classic situation where we just need to find a... Where, like, we have more damage than we can get our Incarna to, right? Now the puzzle is just like, how do we actually get around to just closing out the game? And it's going to be gain a major, pitch this Call to Guard. Or we can gain a minor right now, and then G3. Yeah, we're going to gain a minor right now. This is our only opportunity to increase our hand size. The other options here, because we gain a card and discard a card, we can't increase our hand size. So we go up to 6 cards here to increase our value over the long term. And I'm looking at the Shadows of a Burning Forest. Put it here in land number 8 and just get invaders together, right? Maybe we use it here in land number 6 just to bring invaders closer together. I think push powers, just consolidating the board is where we want to be. Though land number 8 is always going to be full cleared here. Might as well just keep on surging Laharing. And a fire card of any variety gets me even more damage. So we're going to go Shadows, right? We got all these lands that we could get value from. Okay. Isolate a land. Ooh. What land do we want isolated? Every time I think it's going to be land number 3 because we got to think about what's exploring here. If it's here, we have no cards to deal with besides a terrifying rampage, and that's not where I want to be. So if we get wetlands, we can go kill, slide, kill. If we get jungles, we have Shadows of the Burning Forest, right? This is the only land that I don't have great answers for. Like, I guess I could Surge and Lahar it, but I think it's my weakest land. Ooh. 4 plus the Badlands, that's going to kill always. Probably this land number 4 is my weakest. Yep, we got the wetlands. Great. So now we can go here. Four, 5. It's going to make me 1 damage short. But that's okay, because then I can go damage, slide, damage. Damage. Slide. Damage. Gorgeous. And then now we can swap out this Call to Guard for a Major. Though then that's going to decrease my hand size. Maybe I forget Shadows? Or maybe I forget Blazing? Walls of Rock and Thorn's not a bad pull. Strangling Firevine. We pick up this plant here. We play it with the Seer Anger. And then it is thresholded. So that's pretty slick. I like that quite a bit. Targeting land number 6. Looks good to me. We don't need to... we could just get rid of Call to Guard. Just play these 2. And that'll be good enough. Adding presence here. Boom, boom. And we are off to the Promised Land. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually get the transform. That's so good. Okay, Strife here. Just targeting these lands with all my effects because I'm OP at my Incarna and I'm weak where I'm far from the Incarna. So throw all of our free value in the lands that we are weakest. Each invader takes a damage per Strife that it has. Okay, so that's already going to die. So we might as well go... Because this other one says that it's -1 HP. So -1 HP and take a damage with the Badlands should kill the city. Okay. Are we still in Terra level 2? Yep. So yeah, there's going to be a Terra level 2 victory. And it will be a jolly good time. Oh, except for that. Yeah, so we can go kill. Slide. Kill. And then, I don't know, Seer Anger, Strangling Firevines. Does this... Oh, this does not inherently produce Fear, which means that we're going to not have the Terra level 3. That's wild. Okay, well, we're just one fast Fear short of winning the game, so that can happen any number of ways. It's kind of just choose whatever makes you happiest. And so what makes me happy is using Terrifying Rampage in a land where it makes absolutely no sense. Hey, whoopa! So yeah, just nothing like a good old Scotland Board D special. Though I must admit, there are far, far harder seeds for Scotland. really the challenge of the board D Scotland is when do these wetlands show up, and we got off pretty easy because it hit us up front, and then we didn't get it again till after the coastal lands. So with the coastal, you're already investing in the coast, you're already setting yourself up, and to get the wetlands back to back after we had already established ourselves, I don't know. It really did not hit us in the same way. But hey, a win's a win. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a glorious day.